Alright, there's a bunch of people here. Must be a nice place. Let's check it out. Looks like there's multiple ways to go. I'm gonna go down this way, where there's less people. Oh, here we go. Got a map. So you are here. So you can see this is a pretty big place. So we got a river. Got a couple bridges. So I'm right here. Here's the parking. So I can go all the way down. This is a big long loop. If I went this way, I could get to the bridge faster. So yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do, is I'm gonna backtrack and go the other way. That might be why there's not any people on this trail. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to this main trail here. So I want to see the river. Looks like here are some of the historic buildings from the 1800s. There's one back there, and there's one closer to here. There's another little building right here. Looks like there's some old farm equipment. I wonder what this little building is. Huh. Blacksmith shed. Cool. Looks like it's locked, so can't go inside. But yeah, let's see what else we got here. There's like a farmhouse up there. Big giant porch. Pretty cool. There's like a garden over here. This is probably that trail that I was on earlier. Doesn't look like I'm missing much. Yeah, there's some flowers over there. There's a lot of people here, so I'm trying to not film people. So I don't think people would appreciate being filmed without their permission. There's a nice garden over there. There's another view of the farmhouse. So we're just gonna keep following this trail, and we should eventually lead to the river. Okay, so I found another trail map, and now it says I'm here, which I was over here and I backtracked. So I don't know if I went up this way, but I don't know. We'll see. Alright, I'm taking a shortcut. So, in all my hiking videos, I always end up trying to find a shortcut. And sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But I found this little, random, I don't know what you call this. little field in the middle of the forest. And looks like here's another little trail. So now I'm on an unmarked trail where there isn't anybody else. And that's what I like. The other one, there's just a bunch of people running around, kids making noise. And this is going downhill. And I do see a trail up there, a paved trail. So I think this is a proper shortcut. And typically, if I'm trying to find a river, downhill is normally the right direction. Yeah, here's a different trail here. So yeah, this was a good shortcut. Hopefully, I find the river. Alright, I think this is what I was looking for. It's not really a river. Looks like it's kind of more of a creek. It's definitely not the Chattahoochee. Again, I'm trying not to film people. That's why maybe I zoom in on weird things. I'm just avoiding getting other people on camera. It is pretty nice out here. All these really pretty trees. Some nice running water. Little creek. It's definitely a nice relaxing area. Look at that. Very pretty. Randomly you see trails like this. So we've got like the paved trail, and then we've got the trails like this here. And I'm always inclined to go down this type of trail. So first thing is like, there's a ton of noise coming from this direction. Hear that? I don't know what's going on, but I want to avoid it. So these type of trails are normally more peaceful, fewer people. Like you go in the city and it's just real noisy and there's a bunch of people. That's not what I want to be around when I come out to someplace like this. I want to hear the birds and enjoy the nature. Also, what's really cool is seeing woods like this. Like a real dense forest. Like, you don't want to go too far into this. You could definitely get lost. and come across some sort of animal that wouldn't be happy to see you. But it's very beautiful in its own way. If I can find like a nice trail through the woods, that'd be nice. So this, even though it's not one of the main paths, it's not the paved part, it's got this nice sitting area. I mean, that's really nice. So it's got this nice sitting area. It's got a trash can there. So, you know, you could easily have a little picnic or something. I like this spot. This is a good spot. No people around. Let's see where this goes. One thing I've noticed about Georgia is there hasn't really been a lot of mosquitoes. Like Oklahoma is just, you can't go anywhere. It's just mosquitoes. Look how big these trees are. We don't have trees like this in Oklahoma. Here's another nice sitting area underneath these giant pine trees. Look at that, they just keep going. Beautiful. I think we get too much ice and wind in Oklahoma for trees to get this big. You never see trees this big. So it's rained recently, so the air is just like really fresh, and there are little spots that are kind of muddy, but overall it's actually very nice out. Right, so this trail keeps going this way, but it also goes over here. I wonder which way I should go. I'm not too worried about getting lost. Seems like a small trail area. See more people up ahead. So I think this is a shortcut. Yeah, this is a shortcut to one of the main trails, which I don't really want to go back on the main trail yet. So I'm gonna go this way. Yeah, you can see it's pretty soggy out here. But yeah, look at this tree, guys. Huge. So yeah, I went to the Japanese grocery store Then I ate some sushi. Then I had the Japanese ice cream. All here in Duluth. Seems like a very large Asian population. Which I'm a big fan of Asian culture and Asian food, so I really like Duluth. I think if I were to move to Georgia, which, I don't want to start any rumors. I do not plan on moving. But if I were to move to Georgia, I'd probably move to Duluth. Just because of the food. And that's basically it, the food. So that's kind of my biggest complaint about Georgia. Is they don't have very good food. So this is interesting. They got the path marked by these trees, all lining the pathway. That's a good way to do it. Looks nice and natural. Here's another place where it splits, and I can see the paved path is down there, so people walking on it. So that probably goes down. If you follow that, if you follow this trail here, it probably goes to the main path. When I go this way. Guys, there is a deer. I don't know if you can see it. Look at that. I don't want to scare him. If this is his usual spot, then I'm sure he's used to people. Look at the camera. He heard me. Oh, there he is. I'm gonna keep going down the trail, see if I can get a little closer. Oh, something scared him. Somebody coming up beside him. Might scare him to come. Oh, there's a big group of people coming. You might see them this way. Oh yeah, here we go. Ooh. Alright, I'm coming back out to the main area. This weird fenced area. I'm gonna see what all this noise is about. Some sort of game, like a soccer game. People yelling. I see a playground. I don't know what's going on. Sounds like people are having a good time though. That's what this place is for. So I think that's a person trying to sound like a rooster. Yeah, I think this path over here, it goes to like the playground area. And there's some sort of pavilion. And there must be some people playing soccer or something. I don't know. I'm gonna stay away from that area. I think I came up this way here earlier. So I guess I've done a big loop. So what I'll probably do is make my way back. Maybe go check out the those old historic buildings. See if I can go in any of them. Oh yeah, looks like we're coming up on them. Yeah, I went down this trail earlier. Did a big loop. So, looks like there's some old buildings up here. I don't know if you can go in any of them, or if this is the right way. These look like people's houses. I think those are like people's backyards. And they might be old houses. And up there, I don't know if you can see in the video, there's a fence, and I see some cars driving by, so I don't think there's anything up there. So I'm gonna leave all the noisy people alone. I'm gonna go back down this way, the way I came, and check out those old buildings. So maybe I can see what those look like. Probably won't take very long. Then I don't know what I'm gonna do after this. It's too early for dinner, but I'd kind of like to stay up here in Duluth. So if I do get dinner later, maybe I can go to one of those nicer places, like a Korean barbecue or something a little bit more substantial than some sushi. Or maybe I can find another hiking area. I don't know. We'll see. I kind of don't really have any plans. I didn't plan on being out here on the weekend, but some stuff came up at work and had to extend my trip, and it wouldn't have made sense to fly back to Oklahoma and then fly back the next day, so I just stayed out here all weekend. But there's some people coming up, so I'll turn the camera off. Found this nice little swing, so I think I'll sit here, rest a little bit. Yeah, if I lived near here, I'd be out here all the time. I take my cat, maybe. I don't know, he'd get lost out here. But yeah, I'm gonna rest a little bit, and then I'm gonna go check out those old buildings. I'm gonna take my time because I don't have anything to do today. So I'm just gonna chill, hang out in nature for a little bit. Alright, so here is another map. And so I started down here. Like, I'm parked like right there, right in like the second spot. And I've managed to make myself all the way up here. And it looks like I can go either this way, which might be the long way, or I can go this way. I definitely don't want to go this way. Oof. So, right here, I need to make a right, and then I'll go straight for a while. We'll just follow the trail anyway, and then I'll make another right, and that should lead me back to my car. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do after that, but I'm kind of tired, so good time to head back, not go farther from my car. You know what would really not be fun? Is if I was out here and it started raining. Because like I said, it rained earlier today. And got mostly blue skies, but that could change. So anyway, I'm gonna get closer to the car, closer to those old buildings. Alright, we're getting closer. I see all these random little trails I want to go down. But I don't know if I've already gone down that trail or not. Alright, here's one of those old buildings. Looks like a barn. So I read a little bit online, and I believe it's from the 1800s. So that's really cool that such an old structure is still standing. I don't know if it's been like restored. It's definitely been well maintained. Looks like probably had horses in there. See, there's some hay, and there's a horseshoe up here, and I assume it's probably locked, but you can maybe see inside. It's pretty dark. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Horse stable, maybe? That's what I assume it is. Very cool. Looks like there's some old farm equipment in here. Interesting stuff. Oh yeah, and check out this bridge. This is a pretty cool bridge. It's pretty high up. Some people coming. So we're pretty high up. Whoa. I don't know, probably 20, 30 foot up in the air. Look at that big tree. Alright, looks like I've made it back to the parking area. So, it's time to get back in my car and then get on my phone, see if there's any other activities to do in Duluth before I head back down to Conyers. Maybe I'll look at different restaurants to eat at. I'm not really hungry for dinner yet, but we'll see. Here's a bigger view of the map. So over here, I parked right there, and I went down this way at first, I think, and then I went back, went this way, went up this way. Pretty sure I went up here, and right here is where I decided to turn back around. Well, not turn back around, but I went back this way. Stayed right. Stayed right. Checked out the barn. The barn is right here. Ravine Boardwalk. That's that big bridge that I went on. There was like a little spot right there. There's people having a party. And then I walked back up there. So it looks like I did a nice, pretty good loop. So there's a bunch of stuff. Oh, you know what? I definitely walked by that playground. Over here's where all that noise was coming from. So I went all the way over here. I definitely went all the way over here. So yeah, then I got back to here at some point and then decided to go back. But yeah, so I went all the way up to here for sure. This dotted line, that's probably the that non-marked trail that I went on. Or I guess it is marked, but non-paved. So that's McDaniel Farm Park.